Okay, so we're dealing with the converse of the Pythagorean theorem. So basically, it's the opposite of what we just did with the Pythagorean theorem. Because the Pythagorean theorem says you're given a right triangle. What we're doing now is we're proving that you can get, or it is a right triangle, if it is a right triangle. That's what we're doing. So let's look at this. It says, the converse of the Pythagorean theorem states that if the sides of the triangle with lengths ABC such that this is true, then you have a right triangle. So we're trying to prove that we have a right triangle. You're going to be given the sides of a triangle, and you have to figure out if it is going to be a right triangle. So we're going to look at this triangle right here, and we're going to decide, is this a right triangle? So remember, the longest side is always the hypotenuse. Okay, so the longest side is always the hypotenuse. So 3 squared plus 4 squared, does that equal 5 squared? And yes, you need that little question mark there because you don't know if they're equal to each other yet. So 9 plus 16, does that equal 25? Look at this, 25 equals 25. So yes, it is a right triangle. Okay? Oops, horrible spelling. So that's all you're doing. So I look at this right here. A carpenter is framing a wall and needs to ensure that the wooden boards form a right triangle. So I have to figure out, is this a right triangle? Remember, the longest side is going to be the C value. So 6 squared plus 8 squared, does that equal 10 squared? 36 plus 64, does that equal 100? 100 equals 100. So yes, it is a right triangle. Okay, then I come down here. Construction worker is measuring the roof, the frame of a roof, to ensure that it creates a right triangle. Determine whether the triangle is a right triangle. So again, this would be the C value because it's the longest side. So 12 squared plus 24 squared, does that equal 27 squared? So I have 144 plus, I think it's 576. Yes, 576. Does that equal 27 squared? Oh, that was bad. Does that equal 729? Well, that's a 0 plus 144. That equals 720. This does not equal 729. So no, it is not a right triangle. Okay, so this next one. Angela is creating a rectangular patio in her backyard. In order to ensure the patio space has a right angle corners, she measures the diagonal to create a triangle. Is it a right triangle? So again, this right here would be my C because it's the longest side. So 13 squared plus 20 squared. Does that equal 25 squared? So 169 plus 400, does that equal 625? 569 does not equal 625, so no, it is not a right triangle. This one, it says 4 stake marks in the foundation of a house. In order to make sure that the foundation is a rectangle, the diagonal is also marked. Determine whether the triangle is a right triangle. So again, this is the longest one. 63 squared plus 60 squared. Does that equal 87 squared? Okay, so, oopsie daisy. So 63 squared, 3,969 plus 3,600. Does that equal 87 squared? 7,569. So that's a 9, that's a 6, that's a 5, that's a 7. That does equal, oops, got the 5. Yes, it is a right triangle.